swim events and meet like younger swimmers and kind of just like sign autographs and everything?
Yeah, I don't think I'm that well known to sign autographs, but yeah, I definitely still go back home and we'll go to like my local summer league meets in high school and say hi to some of the younger swimmers. It's crazy to see some of them are, breaking records and stuff now. And I always think of them as like, little age group swimmers. So yeah, definitely go to younger swimming events when I can just to show my support more than anything. And there's been some good opportunities through Notre Dame for me to kind of give back to the, community there and teach some swim lessons and stuff like that. So I think I'm definitely, I'm done with my swimming career now, but I think definitely will give back to the sport through coaching in the future just because I, had so many great coaches and, swimming opened up so many opportunities for me. So, I feel very much a need to give back and kind of hopefully, make that same thing that happened to me happen for some other younger swimmers. But yeah, I definitely do like to go and see what's going on with younger swimmers that I know.
Does it ever feel like hard though when you see them competing and you're like, oh, I wish I was like at that age again? Just because it's just like,
Um, Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, it's more of just, oh man, I love to see, these kids smiling and enjoying the sport as much as I do. And I did, especially when I go back to summer league meets, I'm like, oh man, I can kind of see myself in some of these kids and I love that they're loving it, as much as I did. And so it gives me a lot of hope for the next generation of swimmers to come through. They're going to be super fast and I hope that they keep smiling and having fun because that's really what it's all about.
yeah. And I think it's also really big. Like, I feel like you have a lot of passion for the sport. So I feel like when you start coaching, I feel like they'll be able to still see that passion from you. And I feel like they'll get inspired to, work even harder.
Yeah, I hope so. That's the goal. Yeah. So definitely sometime in the future, I think I'll hopefully get involved with coaching and, I'm not swimming anymore, but swimming's always in my heart. It'll always be a part of who I am. And so I'm never too far away from a pool or coaching. So we'll see.
Do you think maybe you'll do like a rec league team or like kind of just swim not as seriously?
Yeah, no, people have asked me that. So, I mean, I'm done with my college career, and people keep asking me, "Oh, you're gonna get back in the pool?" I actually haven't been in the pool in a while. I've definitely taken a break, which has been nice. I think it's allowed me a time to just kind of decompress and reflect and take everything in. How fortunate I've been to have, the experience in the swim career that I had. But yeah, I definitely think I could see myself maybe joining like a master's league or, like you said, some sort of other team in the future and kind of get back into it. So I'm keeping an open mind. So we'll see. I think I will fall back into the swimming world at some point. But yeah, it's been great to kind of just take a step back and kind of just reflect and appreciate, everything that swimming brought into my life.
When you were swimming and you had
Mhm.
like even just like high school and going into college, did you have like a strict diet when you were swimming?
Yeah, that's a good question. Not really. I made sure that I, gave my body the fuel that I needed. Obviously, when you're working out as much as you do at a Division 1 level, you gotta make sure that, you're intaking good food and keeping yourself full of good energy. But yeah, Notre Dame has fantastic nutritionists and people to help with that. So yeah, I didn't have a strict diet, but I definitely just made sure I was eating enough to sustain the exercise I was doing and make myself feel good.
What did your practices typically look like for just like a week, I would say?
Yeah. It kind of depends on what group you were in. I swam in the sprint group my senior year, which was a lot of fun. Shout out to the speed team at Notre Dame. They're awesome. Great group of kids. But yeah, I would swim mornings Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then every afternoon as well on top of that. And then we also would have a three hour I think team practice on Saturday morning all together, and then I would lift 3 times throughout the week and have some dry land workouts sprinkled in there as well. So it was a good balance of everything, good balance of time in the water, doing aerobic stuff as well as like specific event oriented speed work, power stuff. We had a lot of fun practices, working on stuff like that and racing techniques, which I loved. So yeah, as well as like a good blend of strength and dry land. We had a fantastic strength coach this past year. So yeah, it's a typical week, a little bit of everything.
So speaking of like your team and having just
Mhm.
different with them, did you guys do a lot of team bonding together to kind of just like have a better connection?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even from the second I, stepped foot onto Notre Dame's campus as a freshman back in 2019, I instantly felt like I was part of the team. Everyone was so welcoming, all the upperclassmen. And so as I progressed, through my career, sophomore, junior, and then a senior this past year, I really wanted to, kind of pay that forward and continue to foster such a great culture of team bonding and unity. So yeah, we definitely spent a lot of time together outside of the pool, whether that's studying together in library or eating dinner, meals together in dining hall. We did a lot of stuff together, and we also went on a training trip. After Christmas every year, and that was a great point of team bonding. We went on a team retreat at the beginning of last year, which was fantastic. So, the team is very close, and I think that we did a good job of including everyone and really developing like a good team culture. And I have to credit that to the coaching staff, as well as, like I said, some of the swimmers that came before me that were able to kind of set a good example of good team culture and good bonding. So yeah, a lot of time together for sure.
Yeah, I bet that's also like really beneficial as well. If you're having a tough race, they can
Oh yeah.
up and that they're actually like meaning what they say instead of, just it's just good to have like genuine connections and everything. So that's really good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, it makes it so much easier when you're swimming for something greater than yourself. And for me, when I would be nervous before a race, if I was behind the blocks, I look to the side of the pool and see all my teammates standing there, I'd be like, you know what? I got this. Like, I got my whole team behind me. They're going to support me no matter how this goes. And there's something very powerful about that for swimming something bigger than yourself. So, yeah, I loved the team at Notre Dame, and definitely had a great 4 years with all the different people that I got to swim with.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. For
Absolutely.
all the times that you've been swimming, did you have any injuries? And if you did, how did you handle them? Because I know sometimes like when athletes get injured, it's really hard to see everybody like swimming without you.
Yeah.
And, I just really wish I was there.
Yeah, that's another good question. I was really fortunate. I didn't have any like serious injuries. Like I had small things here and there. But yeah, I didn't. I had definitely some teammates that went through that, and it's definitely difficult. But again, I think the resources at Notre Dame are fantastic, and for teammates I had, that I didn't know that were injured, the staff did a great job of supporting them. And then too, you really lean on your teammates in those times, and I think it also is a good thing to remember that you're more than just your sport, and that's a process I went throughout college. Like, a lot of part of my identity was who I was as a swimmer, and it made me into who I am, but it's not the only thing that I am too. And so I think people go through that kind of process sometimes when they're injured. And so yeah, it is a very difficult thing. I'm lucky I didn't have to really go through that, but definitely saw it happen to a lot of people around me. And I think having good teammates, good coaches, and a good staff around you definitely helps you get through a time like that.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's really good that everybody, like even the coaches, were helping you out and everything. Because I
Absolutely,
would
yeah.
hate feel alone and like, oh, just go take notes over to the side. That'd just be like really hard to not be with everybody. So I feel like that's really good that you guys had that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, well, those are all the questions that I had for today. Thank you so much for coming in and taking your time and answering these questions. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was really nice to meet you, Alyssa, and I appreciate
Oh,
you taking the time to interview me. So thank you. Go Irish.
yeah. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll possibly talk to you later.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Alyssa, what do you think the first fit's gonna be?
So this is the minor leagues, right?
It's gonna be minor leagues, college. It could be a random bag here.
Okay. I'll go with the South Bend Cubs. That's my guess.
The first one is Tulane.
Okay. I mean, it's not bad. My favorite color is green, so I do like that. I think it's pretty slick, so I'm gonna go with that. It's fire. What did we say it was? Was it
Fire or trash? Okay.
okay? I'm gonna go with. I think this is fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna lean on that fire too, girl. Just because that lettering, and then the kind of the bats. It kind of looks like a St. Louis kind of green kind of uniform here, and it goes good with the nickname, the Green Waves. So I'm gonna go fire. Okay.
Yeah,
The next one.
it's a no for me. I'm gonna have to go trash. I just
Abs-
I don't like I don't like the center part. It looks kind of like a football.
this is a minor league night called the Three Amigos. Okay. From the Fresno Grizzlies, a minor league team. And I totally agree with you. A little bit too much of a party vibe. A little bit too much of a, I want to go salsa. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
girl?
It really does though.
And it's just, it doesn't work. Okay? It does
Mhm.
not work. Okay? Good for one night, but put that in the trash after that night.
I don't
Okay?
even think it's good for one night, honestly.
Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Next up, Notre Dame. The all blue and the
Okay.
gold helmet.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, it's good. He looks very shiny with that helmet on.
Absolutely. So what about the whole uni? Okay, how about the navy all over the place?
Um, I think it looks good. Just make sure that you don't clash, I guess. Because if you wear black, then I feel like it wouldn't look the best.
Okay,
So, I mean, is there like a middle? I mean, it's like good, but it's not like, ooh, wow, that really like sticks out to me.
we can do a tier list at the end, girl. But is it
Okay.
trash or is it fire?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I just don't love the helmet, so I'm gonna go trash. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that too.
Welcome to another Regan's Corner podcast. Okay, this time it's the run through. Okay, I'm your host Josh Regan. Okay, and this is my co-host Alyssa Welsh. Okay, we're gonna be doing if it's fire or if it's trash baseball edition uh, with the uniforms. It could be from college, could be a City Connect jersey, or it could be okay a college jersey skate. Okay, from Brett Walters' playbook with the ski there. But we're gonna go into the fits. So, what fit do you think is gonna happen first?
I am probably gonna go with the one that I only know, and I'm gonna go with the South Bend Cubs. I think that's gonna be the first one.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's see here. We're gonna throw you. No puns intended. A curveball. Okay. That's what you. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna throw you a curveball with the Kansas City unis.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with I think this is fire. I really like the blue, and then I also like the navy blue underneath. I think it's really cool that they have like a blue on blue, but they're like two different types. And I also like the 15 that's like the light blue. So I think this is really fun, and I like the bat too. I think that's like a little different. I mean, I think it could have been like white or something a little more to have a pop of color, but I'm gonna have to go with like this is a yay.
I mean, I'm gonna go straight fire. I mean, girl, because look at that. I love that logo. Love the placement of the 15, the Nike sign as well. The kind of stripes there gets the colors pumping there for the Kansas City Royals, and you could use that in multiple. You could use that as a full with navy pants or with white or gray.
Yeah.
Um, so that's a all around pretty nice jersey. So we're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna kick it to Fresh Prince Land. So this was a, just a one out jersey again, but for the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh, hey, I'm making some of those tater tots. Do you want any?
No, thank you. Yes, please. Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
You got to choose.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air Spikes jersey. What do you think of this jersey?
Well, when I first saw the font, it reminds me of Subway Surfers. So it's very much giving that vibe, but I don't know if you could tell like from my face the first like time that I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go with this is a nay, or this is not my cup of tea, so I'm gonna have to go no.
Sorry, Big Will. Okay, I'm gonna go trash as well. Okay, I mean it's just too much on that jersey. Um, you can go back to Philadelphia because Bel Air you ain't calling on that. But we're gonna go back to a classic jersey here with the Durham Bulls. Okay, a little Bird Durham. Okay, that movie inspired this jersey here. What do you think about it?
I really like it. I think it looks